Last week, we introduced you to a family from Schuylkill County who found a letter from World War II in the walls of their basement. They were hoping to track down a relative of the author. And on this Memorial Day, Newswatch 16's Marshall Keeley hand-delivered that letter to a man who says the sender and the recipient were his brothers.
Michael Kilkenny discovered a letter written in December 1942 while working in the basement of his mother's home in Shenandoah. It was sent by a brother, John, and addressed to someone named Mickey. Kilkenny and his mother, Eileen Paff, reached out to Newswatch 16 for help finding the family. Since our story first aired on Friday, Eileen's phone has been ringing nonstop, but one call stood out.
He was mentioning names of the family, and every name he mentioned is in this letter. His sister Helen, John, Mickey, everything. And I'm so happy that he's going to receive this letter today.
Confident she'd found the family, but unable to meet him in person, Paff handed the letter off to Newswatch 16. After a trip down Interstate 81 to Linglestown in Dauphin County, I arrived at the home of 89-year-old Joe Makaitis, giving him his first chance to see the letter.
Oh, man. It looks like my brother's handwriting. I was familiar with it. It was really, really nice to have this in my hands.
Joe says his girlfriend saw the story on ABC's World News Tonight over the weekend.
In Shenandoah, finding the letter from December 1942.
And it sounded so much like We Fit In because it mentioned my sister Helen also.
Here's my brother John, my sister Jean, my brother Mickey, my sister Helen, and myself.
Joe says his brothers, John and Mickey Makaitis, were at least 10 years older than him and passed away years ago. Both served in the Army Air Force during World War II.
My brother John was stationed in Texas, and he was a flight engineer.
Joe says his brother Mickey lived in Shenandoah and later served overseas.
He was wounded twice and frozen feet one time. And then, you know, all the way across France and Germany.
Makaitis doesn't have any explanation for how the letter ended up in the wall of the basement of Eileen Paff's home, but the veteran was excited to receive it this Memorial Day.
This rock fell out of the foundation to expose it is really amazing. I feel like it's a piece of history, but it's making me think about going back to my hometown and getting more history.
Makaitis says he plans to give the letter to Mickey's son so that in a way it can finally reach its intended recipient. Marshall Keeley, Newswatch 16, Dauphin County.